from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? The Island Rex coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell. So I would like to talk to y'all about the Golden State Warriors versus Cavaliers Christmas game that happened yesterday. There was so much talk about, was it a foul? Did Kevin Durant foul LeBron James? I was watching the game. I came in and like towards the tail end of the second quarter, and I watched the rest of the game. From there, I watched it on my TV, and then I put it on. I went live on Facebook, and I was watching the game with everyone. And I just don't think, first of all, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It was people who was mad. Oh, Kevin Durant should have got thrown out of the game. It should have been a tech, and then he could have got ejected, and et cetera, et cetera. So if that's the case, Calderon should have came out the game, which people probably wouldn't have been mad as well. They wanted, people, they're most likely to be LeBron James fans, always looking for an easy way out, an advantage, so the Cavs could win easily. And they always looking for outs, like they want it to be so easy for LeBron. Either way, it wouldn't have mattered. You don't call those. I heard Kobe Bryant just talking about that. When I was playing the NBA 2K, and they had Kobe Bryant on, in the side desk with Kevin Harlan. He was asking him, one thing about the game that he doesn't like, or he think that they should change moving forward. And he was just talking about the physical play. You don't call that at that time. LeBron might have got that call back in Cleveland. Like, even still, it wouldn't have mattered because they still would have lost. You get what I'm saying? Like, Klay still would have hit a tough shot. Kevin Durant still would have been playing lockdown defense, so it wouldn't have mattered. It just wouldn't have mattered. Golden State is the better team. I don't care. Like, if Steph Curry would have played, it would have been worse. They looked very out of sync without Steph Curry in the first place. So with Steph Curry out there, Steph Curry would have gave them even more of a threat, and he would garner so much attention, that they would have had to. It would have left someone open. Klay would have been open, or it would have left Kevin Durant. See, they did their best to contain, Klay Thompson, and to limit him to 22 points. I think that's what he finished with, or 24. So they did their best at limiting him. But the fact that it was easy to limit him because Steph Curry wasn't there. So if Steph Curry would have played, it would have been, the scoreboard would have been even worse. So it gave them a little bit of, they talking about it was a measuring stick to measure their game and where they were, but it wasn't because Steph Curry wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? And Golden State with Steph Curry is 10 times better than the Cavaliers with Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is much smaller than Kyrie Irving. So I just don't think that he's going to be as successful. And I don't think that when you come back from a hip injury, it's going to be extremely tough. I don't got them getting past the Celtics. Kevin Durant length, even those young guys were doing a great job. Patrick McCaw, Jordan Bell, the young guys were doing a great job at defending LeBron James. See, LeBron, I master his game. Like, if you watch a lot of film, that's why Draymond Green is successful the way he is. Because if you watch a ton of film and you look at the way LeBron James plays, he doesn't like players with length and players who are physical to guard him. That frustrates him mentally. He don't like that. He can't think when he has a player like Kawhi Leonard on him or a player like Kobe Bryant. Go back and watch all the old film when these guys are defending him. Even when you put a lot of pressure on him. Like you saying when Kobe was guarding him during the All-Star game. Like, Kobe made it personal to go at LeBron James. So he would guard LeBron from half court all the way to, he got to the other side. And he would just continuously put a lot of pressure on LeBron. Because LeBron James doesn't like a lot of pressure. He wants it to be as easy as possible. Or if he has an advantage over you, he's going to try to take advantage of that. because mentally he can't think. So the refs, I think they made a great choice by not calling it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm not really a fan of LeBron James. I don't think I would have been as mad. A lot of people felt like that dictated the game, and it didn't. I wouldn't. I would have got over it quick if they didn't. Let's say if it was on the other side. Let's say Kevin Durant was going on and he fouled LeBron, or I mean LeBron fouled Kevin Durant. If it was the other way around, and this happened back in Cleveland, and they didn't call it, or they called it for LeBron James, and let's say LeBron James got the foul back in Cleveland. I wouldn't have been upset. I probably would have just been like, I would have been upset probably, but I wouldn't have been as upset as fans are. And I would have known that it would have dictated because they closed the game. They closed the gap throughout the game to whereas the Cavaliers got back into the game, but the Warriors are just too dominant and they play as a team so much that they were able to get, a comfortable lead. They were able to take the score back up. So I just don't think it would have mattered. I don't think it would have dictated. I think the refs did a good job of not calling it. Fans are very emotional, man. They don't look at things from a logical standpoint. They look at it from an emotional standpoint, and they love their favorite players so much that they're willing to, say the most irrational things sometimes, man. So I just don't understand. But at the same time, Kevin Durant to me is the better player. Kevin Durant could easily, if Steve Kerr wanted to, because Draymond Green initiates the offense for the Warriors. Steph Curry doesn't initiate the offense like that. Majority of the times, if you're watching the Warriors games, Steph Curry doesn't have the ball in his hands. Most of the time, it's Draymond Green initiating the offense, or Iggy could initiate the offense. It's different players. Now Kevin Durant could initiate the offense. Just imagine if Kevin Durant initiated the offense for the Golden State Warriors, and Steve Kerr asked him to go out there and just be who LeBron James is. That team would suffer. They play as a team, and that's why they're so successful. Now, Kevin Durant could easily be LeBron James. Easily. All he has to do is focus on rebounding, not play defense, and pass the ball, initiate the offense. Keep the ball in his hands. Majority of times he would get triple doubles. Easily. He could do that easily. All he has to do, see, people just so caught up on the hype and just think, oh, it's just magical that he does that. Like Steph Curry almost averaged a triple double. You talking about a guy who's barely 6 foot with shoes on. A lot of times they lie about these players' height. So he could easily average a triple double. You just have to focus on grabbing a triple double. If majority of your triple doubles coming from defense, it goes to show that you're waiting for you're either waiting for the long rebounds, which rarely happens. You either rarely waiting for the rebounds. You probably get like one long rebound that come out or two. You might get lucky and get those. But if anything, you're down there with the bigs, jumping over bigs or having the bigs move out your way, and that's how you're getting defensive rebounds. That's how you're chasing triple doubles. You're purposely padding the stats. And that's destroying the game as well, but that's for another conversation. But like I said, I just think that, the refs made a smart decision by not calling it. And Kevin Durant is just a better player. His length really bothered. If you look at it, he didn't even really touch him. He was just very physical with LeBron James. He didn't really like put his hands on him or smack him in the face or tap his shoulders or anything. He just had his hand like really close to his face and really close to his body. It was just really tight defense. Now, Jeff Van Gundy is extremely biased, bro. Like, he's extremely biased. Now, he comes off as he's not very biased and he's pro everybody. He's really saddened, but deep down, he really loves LeBron James. He does. He's very biased, and he could try to act like, oh, well, I like both sides. They do little small things to try to make it seem like they're not biased. But Jeff Van Gundy is extremely biased. Now, Mark Jackson, I can't say the same thing about Mark Jackson. He's a great commentator. But other than that, he's a great analyst. But other than that, I think Jeff Van Gundy is extremely biased, and he's like he really loves LeBron James, and I can understand. But come on, bro, like I'm just not a fan of Jeff Van Gundy anymore. Like he's just so biased, bro. But anyway, y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. Let me know. Do y'all think it was a foul? I don't. Was LeBron James just crying and acting like a punk? Y'all let me know. Get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Ain't no M's in my bank account, but it's in my goal. I say fuck being broke, but that shit is getting old. If she throw that pussy at me, I'ma catch it, cause I'm open. I ain't talking USC. When I say I keep the Trojans, ain't no shame in my shit. From the struggle to the top, got no milk, fuck it, eat the cereal straight out the... Look, straight from the soul with it.